DIY or Die, Walker Vapor Group LLC, or any of its associates do not condone nor encourage the use of nicotine, vapor products, or any mood-altering substances without the explicit consent of a physician. The content viewable on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be seen as informational or educational. Must be 21 years or older to view these materials.
Silky beat. Mixers, welcome back to another glorious episode of MIXINVIXENS. My name is Emily, also known as Mill Icon. Please say hello to our other Vixens. We've got Jen the E-Juice Fairy. Hello.
What's up, everybody?
Hi. We've got Rin Vapes.
Hi.
Hi, Rin. And we have JJ.
Hello, everyone.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone going?
Doing good. I'm sad this weekend. I purchased more equipment. I don't need to be doing that, but I did it. I had to. It was a must. Not flavors, but equipment. And hi, everybody, for being here with us. How many people do we have in chat?
No idea.
No idea. Me neither. I have the chat popped out, but it looks like we have quite a crew over here.
Are we going to do the fresh shout out? Is that what we're doing?
How's everyone's weekend going?
You want to start it?
No, not. Hey, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Hey, citizens.
Let's call them all out. We're thankful.
Everyone have a good weekend?
Yes.
Got mixing done. Cleaned most of this.
Oh my goodness, so did I. I reorganized stuff. Put stuff where it goes. My desk, I can touch it. Look, you guys don't hear stuff falling when I touch it.
Why are you so quiet?
I'm quiet?
Yeah, you're super quiet.
It's the first time she's ever heard that.
Hold on.
What microphone are you on?
Well, I went onto the other microphone.
Yeah, it's weird because right before the show you were fine.
Was I?
But I got inspired to clean too. I cleaned off my desk and I dusted everything.
Is that better? Or am I still quiet?
You sound like you're talking through a cotton cloth. Like you're muffled.
How about now?
Now you have an echo.
Great.
Nope. It's gone. You're good.
Okay.
Oh my
I
god.
thought we did all this before we came on.
Yeah, really. Like everything was fine before we came on. Sorry about that, guys.
All right.
All right. So JJ, you were saying you got some mixing done? You got a little cleaning done?
Yeah, I mixed ahead for this show. I'm now like 2 months ahead. So stuff's going to actually steep.
Wow. Motivated.
I was.
Nice.
I'm like 2 weeks ahead. There's no way I can get that far ahead. I should have because my husband's out of town, so all I've had to do was mix, but instead I decided to clean my vape area because, of course, my mixing room is the last room I come in to straighten up because, there's always priorities around the house, especially if he's around because I have to cook dinner, I have to do stuff, he likes for me to help him and we do stuff together, and cleaning my mixing room is not one of those things. But he's not here, so I did it. What did you do this weekend, Emily?
Well, it was my anniversary, so I went out. yesterday.
I saw that. I saw it on Facebook. That was a delicious looking piece of meat you guys had your wife had in her mouth.
Yeah,
I was like,
we went
that
to
looks
like a
scrumptious.
steakhouse, and my wife got a beef rib, like a single beef rib, and it was huge. It was like the size of her head, and she was in heaven. She loved it.
What did you order?
I just got regular pork ribs, so more daintier ribs. Although there's no way to eat those gracefully, and so I didn't care. I just went to town on them.
She should have grabbed the picture of you going to town.
Yeah, I had barbecue sauce all over my face. It was glorious.
Glorious.
Yeah.
What'd you do this weekend, Rin?
I went shooting. Took a shooting class.
You're a damn good shot. Remind me not to piss you off.
I was surprised. Yeah. Because I'm good with the rifle because it has a scope. But like handgun, I'm always off. But I did really well.
Remind me not to piss you off.
Yeah. I mean, I live in Cleveland, so gotta be able to protect yourself.
Yeah, but they're not big on guns over there, are they?
I mean, no one's really particularly big on guns unless you live in the South.
Like I do? I mean...
Yeah, because I mean, like in Tennessee where my cousin lives, like everyone has a gun. Everyone goes shooting. But she lives like kind of in a rural, borderline country area. So there's space. It's not so like congested and people are a little bit more laid back.
Yeah, we have...
I don't know.
And we have plenty of... it's a safe area where we can shoot our guns and invite friends over and, clean. Since we probably have the most land in our backyards, when it's time for hunting season or whatever, people come here to sight their rifles, do their stuff, where they don't have to pay anything to get that stuff done. And they just shoot in our backyard. Of course, they call us so that we don't shoot them for being back there shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, next step is getting my own because I don't have one of my own yet.
I don't have one of my own, if that makes you feel any better.
No, I definitely want one. It's just my favorite gun because like we got to shoot like a whole array of different ones. The one that I like the most is like $1,500. Like I'm not spending that much on my first gun. Like it is not happening.
Why is it your favorite?
It felt the best. I was most accurate with it. And it looked nice.
And how big was it?
It was a normal size. It wasn't compact because actually the more compact ones are harder to shoot because they have more of a kick, which is ironic. I didn't know that.
Hurt your wrist.
Yeah, that is weird. I think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah.
What caliber was it?
It was a 9, I think. Either a 9 or a 45.
9s aren't too bad. 45s have a little more kick to them.
The ironic thing is it really just depends on the gun. Like some of the 9s had more kick than the 45s. It just depended how they're balanced and whatnot. But like before the class, because of the way I was holding it and the way I was standing, the kick got me a lot more because I didn't even want a 9 or a 45. I'm like, it has too much kick. Like I won't be able to control it. And she's like, well, take the class and then you'll, number one, like have better, like, you'll know more about it, how to stand, etc. And you'll also get to shoot like a bunch of different ones so you can see like what you like and what you don't. So
of course you'd have that champagne and caviar taste, and the one you liked was the most expensive one.
I don't know if that was the most expensive one, but it was definitely one of the ones that were up there. Because like we got to shoot everything from, I think it's called a 380 to a 375 Magnum. So I mean it was like a lot, like a whole table.
That's
like,
awesome.
okay, I'll do this one. This one. And like the Beretta felt really nice in the hand, but like my shot was way off and so was my brother's. So I'm like, okay, you can go back on the table. I'm gonna take this one back up that like actually shot like where I wanted it to go.
You want to actually get them, don't you? Has anybody mixed anything different other than show recipes?
Just single flavors of the new Flavora stuff. But I haven't really made any mixes with them. I've been thinking about, some mixes I can make, but I haven't done anything yet with it.
What did you guys think about those? I've only tried 2. I tried the brute bubble wine and the bread one. What is it? The yeast? What's it called? Emily, it's your fault. I tried it.
Starch base.
Starch base.
Starch base. That's right. However, I did use it way too high. I had to go back, edit the recipe, and then go at the bottom and make my disclosure notes. Recipe has been updated, cut in half, because by day 3, it was all bread. So
Yeah,
it's
very bready. Some people were saying that they get rice from it and stuff, but I just get like a nice kind of mildly sweet white bread from it.
Yeah. Start at point 1. I would say that it's a 0.1 to 0.75 ingredient.
Yeah.
I used it at 1.5. What was I thinking? I was going by smell, so I wasn't sure. Brute bubble wine, same thing. Don't use that too high. The good thing is that it does turn into straight up wine. It is wine for sure. Wine heavy. However, can you imagine making one of those wine cigars like what is it they call those, Black and Mild wine with the wine notes in it? I'm thinking that you might be able to make a Black and Mild, the wine ones.
Interesting.
So we're gonna jump into the recipes?
Yeah, what did you guys think of this week's recipe? Did you guys have fun with it?
I did. I enjoyed it because I enjoy cream, so it was good for me. Mine is just straight up cream. How about you?
Mine's pretty dappy. It's just like a delicious dap bomb.
How about you, Rin?
What?
How about you and your cream? Is it dappy? Is it thick? Is it creamy? What did you do with yours? Did you have?
I don't really particularly like mine.
But will other people like it?
Maybe. It's only been steeping for a few days, I would say, because I really expected my first version to come out better than it did, and it was absolutely horrific. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I actually tried to be ahead for once, and it's steeped for a good week, and I tried it, and I'm like, ugh, this is gross. So then I had to do something else, and it's better. It's vapable. It's just not something that I would particularly want to vape.
Not something you'll be submitting to the judges this month.
Probably not.
We can't have winners every week, you know? Mine, I just kind of threw in a bunch of flavors that I really liked but never put them together, and I thought, let's do it.
I'm pretty much in Rin's boat.
Yeah.
I made Courtney test it because I'm like, I'm not crazy about something that I used in it, but it's not necessarily that it's a bad recipe. Just not to my taste.
Yeah.
She liked it though. So
who wants to go first? Any volunteers?
I'll go. Just so we don't have to do the silence.
You sound so excited.
Take one for the team, get this mess out of the way.
Get this ball rolling.
So my first version included Flavora pumpkin bread, and I don't know if I just don't like that flavor or if it was just a combination, but it was horrific. So I decided, because like in my head I'm like, okay, I really don't like pumpkin spice or anything like that. Like I can do pumpkin pie once a year, that's it. So I'm like, if this first version doesn't work, I'm sorry, but your little pumpkin is just going to be a decoration and we're going to keep it moving. So I went gingerbread with it because like the little things on top kind of look like they could be like crumbled up gingerbread or something. Plus I like gingerbread a lot more. I think it's a more pleasant flavor. So I used Capella's gingerbread. I first did it at 1%, but at that percent, it kind of overpowered everything. So I bumped it down to 1/2. Then I did like the caramel trick where you do the butterscotch and the caramel together. I used Vape Train's cream caramel at 0.5%. and Flavor West butterscotch at 1/4 because I wanted the caramel to be a little bit more prominent than the butterscotch. And Flavor West is just my favorite butterscotch. That's why I use that. The creme caramel, I just used it because I honestly haven't tried it yet, and it gave me an excuse to use it. I used Liquid Barnes vanilla ice cream as like the ice cream base at 2%, and then the Delosi whipped cream at 0.5%.
I just picked up that Delosi whipped cream.
I know, I've been like throwing it in everything.
Yeah, you've been using it, so I'm like, it's got to be good. So
it's
some stuff. So
it's nice because it's a blender similar to the TFA whipped cream, which I honestly don't get much flavor out of TFA whipped cream, but it's good at blending everything and making it smooth. But then the Capella vanilla whipped cream, sometimes it has flavor that I don't want to be there. So it's like the Delosi is kind of a bit of both. Like it has a little bit of flavor, nice mellow vanilla, but it also blends everything and makes it a little bit smoother. So that's why I like using it.
I've never tried the vape train creme caramel. Is that like if you had to like compare it to like a more popular caramel, what is it kind of like?
I haven't single flavor tested it, so I have no idea.
But you get plenty of caramel with this, with the Flavor West butterscotch, and the creme caramel kind of playing together.
It's kind of honestly hard to tell with the gingerbread in there because I had to bump it down.
This looks really good because I'm all about Capella gingerbread, especially using it low like this to just add a little bit of like intrigue or like a little bit of depth in your mix.
Yeah.
I think maybe I would bump up the caramel, but like I said, we have different tastes. But this looks really good, Rin.
Yeah, I don't think doing that would be wrong at all. Because the gingerbread, it's strong. I forgot how strong it is because it's not something I mix a whole lot. But yeah, it's okay. I think I won't know how it really is because like I haven't actually lowered the gingerbread yet. I just know it needs to be lower, so I haven't done that version yet. So yeah, I don't know.
You probably won't because it's over.
To be honest, probably not, unless my other recipes are just so horrible that I'll submit this one. But I'll have to do some reflection.
You'll have to reflect. Pick the one that the judges will like. If they are all horrible, that's what I've done. I've had bad months where they're all terrible, and I'm like, oh, let's pick one that they might like.
Or just pick the one that's worse and just mess with them. Like, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Change the percentages and up up something really high, and then hand it over.
Send them some truffle.
Yeah.
Love you, boys.
They'll just like quit.
Send some truffle in another flavorings bottle with the original label. Send that. Say, here, mix it.
Like how giddy she gets over like deception.
I'm like,
She's like, yes. Do it, Rin. Do it. A little devil on my shoulder. Who's next?
Who's next? She says. I'll go next.
All right.
I'll go next and avoid that.
Let's see this verified recipe.
This is not verified, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am one shy.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't even use sweetener, nor did I put it in the notes that, oh yeah, I did. I said that in the notes that 0.25 sweetener and Polar Blast 0.10 is optional. But I didn't use it in mine. So I did the ice cream and avoided the pumpkin. I did use pumpkin spice. Normally I use pumpkin spice from Flavora at about 0.75 to 0.5%. I went to 0.10 because all I wanted was a nuance of it. I use butter pecan from Flavor West and creamy hazelnut from Flavor West as my creamy, nutty base. I called my juice nut milk gelato. So I did brown sugar 1%. That makes it nice and dark. Butter pecan 3%. Cream, fresh cream from FA at 0.25. Just add a little bit of milk to it and make it a little bit milky. Creamy hazelnut 1.5%. Pumpkin spice 0.1. Sweet coconut from Flora at 0.25% because that stuff is delicious. And vanilla ice cream from FA at 2% and Vienna cream at 0.5%. The Vienna cream and the vanilla ice cream make it a nice vanilla-y.
Mm-hmm.
No, it does need steep. I did say it needs at least 10 days steep. Mixed in with the creamy hazelnut. It takes that creamy hazelnut and makes it blends it into like an ice cream. Let's say a vanilla ice cream that has the hazelnut inside of it, but it's not like a hazelnut drizzle. It's totally different. And then the brown sugar, that's my sweetener in this recipe. Instead of using sweetener, I use brown sugar just to darken it up and sweeten it at the same time. Butter pecan. I mean, it needed some butter, like a butter ice cream. This is almost like a homemade ice cream type deal. My notes say the hazelnut cream, buttercream, and sweet coconut make up the nut milk part of this ice cream. Vienna cream and FA vanilla ice cream give it the ultra smooth vanilla cream notes. FA cream fresh adds the additional light milk notes. The warm drizzle on top is made up of brown sugar with a touch of pumpkin spice. This mix needs a good steep around 10 days. Minimum 10 days minimum, best after 2 weeks plus. So the longer you wait on it, the better it gets. The Vienna cream and the FA gelato and the cream fresh blend into a nutty, the notes in, so that those three FA flavors blend into the nut notes into one solid ice cream. Nice. Color Blast 0.10 if you want it cold, 0.25 if you want it more like store-bought ice cream of sweetener.
I love how you went like old school with it, like classic ice cream with the cream fresh and the Vienna cream. Like that's such a good flavor combination that we don't see too often anymore.
Yeah.
And then you pair it with the new FA vanilla ice cream. This looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, even though it is old school, the cream fresh is lower than it used to be back in the day when you were making that ice cream.
Yeah.
Because I added the vanilla gelato from FA.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need that much cream fresh. The cream fresh just gives it that milkier note.
Nice.
Mine turned out pretty good. But it does need a good steep because that Vienna cream needs to steep. So if the boys are going to get this one, if I decide that this is the one I submit, I'm going to have to mix it, let it sit, and send it to them because they'll never mix it.
Why? You don't think they'll mix it?
They'll mix it, but they'll mix it 3 days before the show.
Oh, yeah. So you want to have it properly steeped. Give it a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not submitting a cream one. This week is not the winning week. Mine's not a bad recipe, but this is not the winning week for me.
Well, let's see.
Last week was better.
Well, you'll submit it. It'll still win anyway.
Yeah.
No. I don't even know if last week's would win either. We don't have the floral likers this month. Although Rick does like the floral, but it's not as much as like who am I thinking? Like Copal or even 9010T.
Yeah, you have to wait a couple of months for 9010T. You have to pick a floral one.
So I mixed up a recipe first, like 3 weeks ago, thinking, oh, I'm going to let it steep. And I didn't want to do pumpkin because screw pumpkin. It's not fall, it's spring. So no pumpkin. And I decided that's caramel ice cream. And I was going to put butter pecan on drizzle on top with the roasted pecan nuts. So I tried to use one-on-one ice cream, the butter pecan ice cream, and Capella's butter pecan, and a little bit of cinnamon sugar just to give those nuts a little bit of a texture, flavor to them, and the caramels. And it just, no. I decided I do not like Capella's butter pecan at all. It's disgusting. So
really?
That flavor went out the window or in the trash bin.
The Flavor West butter pecan?
I don't have that one. I don't have a large selection of Flavor West, and a lot of the ones that I do came from Flavor Place, and they were all cross-contaminated. So yeah, when they were going out of business, I got a bunch of cross-contaminated flavors. Yeah, can't do much about that. But so I remixed it, and I did this a few days ago. So it's had probably 5 days steep, I think. And I just was testing it here as we started the show. And it's good, but it's not for me because I'm not really much for the alcohol notes. Like, I liked the gin one last week because I really like gin, but I'm not a fan of bourbon. I'm not a fan of whiskey. I'm not a fan of brandy. I'm just not a fan of those flavor notes. It does have the bourbon taste to it. So it's a caramel cream ice cream. So I used Delosi's vanilla cream, Flavor Arts Vienna cream, which actually I have upped that to 1%. The recipe has been updated, but that's okay. The Wonder Flavors caramel butter just gives it the overall dappy caramel note. I did a little bit of super sweet from Purellum, just because that's kind of been my go-to for sweeteners lately, because it's just kind of wet and it's kind of sweeter than Capella's, and I can use just a little bit and it just gives it the right amount of sweetness. There's a good amount of cooling in here because it's ice cream. And then the aged bourbon is what the creamy drizzle is on top. So it's an aged bourbon cream drizzle. And Flavor Art nut mix, because of all of the different nuts, I felt that one had the richest nut note, and I could go with just a hint of it. So it'd be like, oh, this is just, a little topping of a note, not like nutty ice cream.
Nice.
So it's not verified either.
Not verified either.
I love
Everybody has
it.
to do a disclosure now that Rin made up that word.
It was not me. It was Emily.
It was Emily. Emily sits there giggling, and it was her all the time. She's like, I love it that it's all Rin's fault.
I was
Exactly.
let Rin take the fall for it.
Yeah, she's already on one list. She doesn't want to be on two.
Right.
Hashtag never forgive.
Yeah.
So Courtney tried it for me because I sent it to her. I'm like, here, try this and tell me if it's too much, something. Like, is this good? Because I know you like alcohol flavors, so give this a shot. And she's like, oh, it's delicious. And the only thing I'd do is lower the WS-23 because she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that much cooling. So if you're not a fan of cooling, you could just not use it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it looks good, even if you don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't taste bad. It's just not for me,
I'm
Right.
loving that you used Real Flavors aged bourbon cream. I'm always looking for more excuses to use that flavor because I really like it.
That was the first time I ever tried it because Courtney sent me a little bottle of it.
It's good, right?
No.
You don't like it? Oh,
I don't like bourbon.
You don't like bourbon, though. That's
No.
bourbon.
yeah,
It
I'm
tastes
not-
appropriate. Like, it tastes like it. It's just
Yeah.
not a flavor for me. I don't like drinking it either. I don't like drinking bourbon, whiskey, any of those kind of things for alcohol.
I'm not a huge fan of like boozy vapes either, like bourbon and stuff like that. But to me, aged bourbon cream is way more of just like a dark kind of hot cream, like the bourbon just kind of adds a little bit of heat to
warmth to it. Yeah.
warmth.
Yeah, it does have that little bit. It's really just a drizzle. Even though I use 2% of it, it doesn't come through dramatically against the cream. So it tastes like it should just be that drizzle topping.
Yeah.
As you're eating the caramel ice cream.
It's a nice dark, and I think it could help with that caramel butter to kind of just darken it up because, it looks really good. And nutmegs, a little touch of nutmegs because that's a potent flavor, right? So it's it's a good mix of just general, if you just need a nutty impression, it's a great flavor to use.
It's nondescript nut. Yeah. Like it's not any one specific nut. It's just nutty.
Yep.
So,
yep.
I was like, those just look like nuts.
I find that it has a lot of the walnut in it.
Yeah, it does taste a little more walnutty than like hazelnutty, but I figured all of them blended together kind of come out to be an almost pecan-like, so it's close enough.
There you go. I need to get that, try that Delosi's vanilla cream.
I really want to make this mix because it looks right up my alley for my vaping taste,
Yeah, just lower the WS-23 or put in a smidge of Polar Blast.
I'd probably lower it to 0.1. I don't like my creams too cold, and but I like to feel a little bit of coolness in it.
Yeah, this isn't blast you in the face cold. If you want blast you in the face, bump it up to like 0.5. This is just moderate cool.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
That's good. All right.
Are you ready, Emily? You're excited about this? You're so excited, chat. I just want you to know that before we came on,
really excited.
Emily looked straight at Fiction and said, "Hey, mix my mix." I was like, "Oh yeah, you got a winner there?"
Yeah, I'm so conflicted now which mix to use for my judging because I really like this week's mix. I was so excited to use for this profile because it basically just gave me a chance to throw a lot of my favorite flavors in one mix. And that's kind of what I did. I just used this week as an experiment to just pick out a handful of flavors that I really like and just put them all together to see what happens. And I'm super happy with the result.
Of course you used all the flavors you like. It turned out all right.
Yeah, so we've got 3% Wonder Flavors Butter Pecan Pie, 2% Vape Train Butter Toffee Base, 2% TPA Caramel Original, 1% Vape Train Golden Syrup, 1.5% Vape Train Honeycomb, and then a 4% Vape Train Toffee Ice Cream. So the only thing I want to say right away is that butter toffee base, get it because it's delicious, but don't judge it by its smell or knuckle test it because it smells horrific and it tastes really bad. But for some reason, when you vape it, it's just heaven. It's delicious.
Made me want to go look at my Vape Train stash to see if I have that one.
Yeah, I just basically every time I would single flavor test a Vape Train thing, this is just a dap bomb, I'd be single flavor testing honeycomb and toffee ice cream and golden syrup, and I've used all these flavors before in stuff like other people's mixes and in my own mixes, but I kept thinking I bet these would be awesome all together.
But you never had a chance to mix them all together till now.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I think I have everything for this mix.
Nice.
That's exciting. Oh, I'm going to be in love for a little while because I love my creams. And with this bad boy right here, my creams taste delicious.
Yes. Yep. Awesome. And it's the toffee ice cream basically being the only ice cream in here. So it's not like a super, super creamy, but it's enough of the ice cream to carry that through, and then everything else is just awesome. But yeah, Dave knows.
How can it not be creamy? It's definitely not going to be bakery-ish.
Right.
It's got to be creamy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see it falling into any other category other than cream with all those flavors.
Yep. Yeah. It's really good. It's
super dappy, I'm sure.
Super dappy. It's
How
definitely dap bomb. Like Dave said, it's right in my wheelhouse though, right? This is This is one of my favorite type of profiles to work on.
Somebody wants to know if they subbed out butter pecan, what would it be?
Wonder Flavors butter pecan pie. Or you know what? 1-on-1 has a really good butter pecan.
They're probably looking for you to say something that's more mainstream. Looks here like you used a bunch of vape train, and where can you pick those up at, Emily?
Bull City Flavors with 6% off with MIXINVIXENS coupon code.
Ba-da-bum, because vape train I think is only available at Bull City right now.
Or in Australia, but
you used a bunch of those. You dropped a bunch
all
of
the way
those.
from Australia. So.
Well, yeah, in the U.S. That's where they're available here.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any shops in Canada that sell them?
What's that?
Do you have any shops in Canada that sell the vape train?
I'm not sure. I have to be honest, it's been a while since I bought any flavors from Canada. For some reason, I've been doing a lot of flavor shopping from the States from people that would ship to Canada, like Bull City or, like direct from Delosi or E-cig Express, stuff like that. I haven't done any like DIY e-juice or Broke Vapor shopping in a while, so I'm not sure if they have vape train yet.
Cool. I paid a visit to Bull City on Saturday morning. I dropped my husband off at the airport and swung by there because, when you want to go shopping last minute and you need that flavor on Saturday, you stop by there, right? Especially if I'm going to be right down the road at the airport. Went by there and picked up I didn't want to pay shipping just to get pomegranate. And I had TFA pomegranate, but I wanted FA pomegranate. And so I dropped it in the cart, called up, went over there, picked it up. Told them I'm coming to pick it up. Save me on shipping.
Nice. I missed that. That's one thing. When I lived on the mainland, like I would order from DIY juice all the time just because I could just drive there and pick up my stuff.
Yeah, and then not have to wait for the mail. It would have been here by Tuesday at the latest, but I knew I was free this weekend and I could do some mixing. And for some reason, I'm in the mood for a blueberry pomegranate lately. And I don't even like pomegranate. Not normally. So I don't know what's up with all that.
All right. Well, hey, we had some people play along with us this week.
Who played along?
Let's talk about that. Who played along? That's a good question. Addie Tooney, Goose Girl, and who's the third person? Oh no. Addie Tooney, Goose Girl.
I'm looking.
It's
like Benjamin, Huron, Cindy Chesler.
That's probably Goose Girl, I'm imagining. So Benjamin is Benoz on ELR. Let's take a look. I guess we'll do him first. He used 1% Wonder Flavors butter pecan pie. Nice. 2% TFA butterscotch. 1% French vanilla ice cream from Mixin. Very nice. And 4.75% Vape Train toffee ice cream. Very nice.
That looks very interesting. That looks good. I think I have some of those flavors as well.
I don't think I've ever tried TFA's straight butterscotch.
I did a long time ago, and then I decided that Flavor West was king.
Yeah, I've got a bottle of the butterscotch. It's like room aroma. I don't know. It's super strong and really dark and kind of funky.
Huh.
It's not unusable because I've used it before,
Yeah.
It's just once I had the Flavor West, I was sold. Because for me, Flavor Art is more of a caramel.
Yeah.
Light
Flavor West butterscotch, I think, is the best butterscotch. Although it's kind of a one-shotty, but one of flavors butterscotch cream pie is really good too.
Oh, I'll try that too.
Mm.
How dappy is that?
Oh, it's dappy as hell. It's
Then I'm
all
gonna
the
like
daps,
it.
girl.
How
All right.
buttery is it?
Really, it's like a very, you know how when something's really dappy and it's like palate coating.
Mhm.
It's that, like, it's real buttery and dappy and like you're vaping and you're like, this can't be healthy, but it's delicious.
This can't be good.
This can't be good. What am I
It's like
doing?
when you eat a cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, this can't be good. That's cake. Mm.
All right, let's go on to Goose Girl. What'd you say her name was? Cindy? Rin?
Cindy Kessler?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. She did one called Caramel Nut Ice Cream, and 2.5% Flavor West Butter Pecan, 0.25% FA Cardamom, 1.5% FA Caramel, nice, 1.5% Jungle Flavors Dulce de Leche, 0.5% FE Oat Milk, 2% TFA Pralines and Cream, 2.5% Liquid Barn Vanilla Ice Cream, and 2% TFA Whipped Cream.
That's dark, but sounds
This is
good.
the first original recipe.
That praline and cream is really good.
Is it? I've
Yeah,
never had
I
that.
haven't used it in a long time, but I used to love that stuff. I used to mix that with some RY4 and some carbon. That was it. Those three were, and I baked that for quite some time because that praline and cream was so good. It's so sweet and dark. It's delicious.
This looks really good. I love the addition of FE oat milk. I think to kind of just darken it up a bit. You know, for your first original recipe, Goose Girl, this looks really good. I'm impressed. And that I haven't had that FA cardamom, but I mean, I can't imagine just a little touch of spice can be bad.
No, cardamom is a good flavor if you just use it light, especially if you add it to creams. I've used it with lemon, and it wasn't my favorite, but with creams, it's really, I mean, that's got to be blending really well with that pralines and cream.
Cool. All right, and we have one more. And this is by none other than...
Did you do Michael Huffman already?
What?
Did you do Michael Huffman's?
Oh, no. Did Michael Hoffman do one?
Uh-huh.
I didn't. I'm sorry, I missed it.
That's right above, in the thread with the picture, it's right above Benjamin.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Michael. Can you just talk about it? I didn't give James the link, but if you can just read it off.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, Michael.
She doesn't love you, Michael. I do. So he did covert salted caramel, butter pecan, concrete mixer. Okay.
That's a verified name.
It is. The name is very verified, but the recipe is not. So he did butter pecan from Flavor West at 2%, butter pecan ice cream from 5%, butterscotch ripple from Flavor West at 0.50, caramel FA at 0.5, creme brulee from Inawera at 0.5, ice cream Hang Sen 2%, and salted caramel Flavor West 2%.
Yum.
Sounds really good. He's got some notes already here. Some people already mixed it. Tam Bates mixed his mix. She says she likes it. So she makes a 60 ml. So she must have really had high hopes for that.
Nice.
I don't know what the butter pecan ice cream from OOO tastes like, but that seems to be his 5%, his heavy one. Have you guys used that one?
What's the company called?
The OOO?
Oh.
191?
The butter pecan ice cream. Yeah, it's really good. It's basically their butter pecan with delicious cream, like ice cream. It's a good flavor.
Didn't I send you some of that?
Maybe.
Did I not send that? I may not have sent it because I don't know if I have very much left.
No, you might have sent it. I said I haven't tried it yet. But between you and Rin and then Flora, I have a bunch of stuff I haven't tried yet. I don't have that. I don't have all that time. I'm so deprived on mixing time.
Awesome. Well, that mix sounds really great, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing. And so now we have one more, and it's Addy Tooney. He used 0.9. You and your crazy percents, bud. 0.9% butter pecan pie by Water Flavors. 0.9% caramel popcorn and peanuts by Water Flavors. 0.15% Inawera coffee. 0.6% one-on-one cream, milky undertones, and 3% liquid barn vanilla ice cream. This as well looks very delicious.
That does look delicious. It makes me want to go out and mix that as well. You guys need to, I don't know, because this week's recipe, it was in my wheelhouse where I love creams and stuff, and I love creamy mixes and ice creams. So all of these sound great. I think what I can do is pick the ones that I have all the flavors for and mix that. Even if it's just, I have bottles on the way, so I have more availability to mix more stuff. Because right now all I have is 100 mils, and I have a few 15 mils, but I hate mixing 15 mils unless they're single flavor testing. So I can't wait for my bottles to get here so I can mix.
It's basically all I mix in is 15 ml bottles. But I really like that Eddie used the caramel popcorn with peanuts, because it's like, for me, it's not, I don't get much popcorn out of it. It's just all like delicious caramel covered peanuts, and that sounds like really good.
I'm just glad he played along.
Yeah.
Loves us.
Yeah, we're starting to get more and more people play along. This is great. I love it.
I do too, and thank you guys for joining us and playing along. And it's fun. It's fun, and then you guys get to try a flavor that we're all trying to get together, and we're able to look at those recipes, see the ingredients, see what you guys like, and maybe use those ingredients in the future. But it's helpful for us. I mean, it's super cool to see the recipes go up, and it gives us good ideas. And it gives us other ways to go and how other people are mixing it. So I appreciate it a lot when you guys help out or when you guys join in. We do this for you guys.
All right. So let's show next week's, or no, we don't have next week's profile. Next week is Chit Chat.
Yep. Next week we get to shoot the shit with you guys.
Shoot the shit.
Didn't we have Cecile coming on next week?
That's right.
Queer Vape.
Queer Your Vape is coming on next week.
So. Oh, we need to get our questions ready for her, don't we?
For sure. Guys, do not let me forget to ask her what I ask everyone. I have it's my signature question, I guess, now. But I forgot to ask Mary Beth. And so don't let me forget to ask Cecile. That
just means we have to invite Mary Beth back.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, Mary Beth, if you're listening, if you're watching, you need to come back. But yeah, so tomorrow or next week will be fun. We always love it when we have time to just hang out and talk and about flavors and whatnot. So
yeah, Cecile's actually going to be on our show too on Wednesday.
Oh, nice. Is she?
So
she's just making the rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was on with Fresh on Saturday, and she'll be on with us on Wednesday, and then back here on this show on Sunday.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, and if you guys don't know who Cecile is, she's from France, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
She's on a different time zone, so it's difficult for her to come at all these different times, but she's making the time to be out here with us, and she's a really good mixer.
Hey,
thanks, Six Strings.
Thanks, Dan. That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, well,
It came in orange. Why did it come in orange?
Yeah, I know. I keep trying to get her to come in. I'd love to have 6 strings on as a guest.
Yeah, well, why not? She needs to come on.
But
Keep talking to her.
nothing like putting you on the spot there, 6 strings.
Yeah, come hang out with us next month.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I think we're done. And is there anything anybody else wants to say before we get out?
Thank you to our sponsors, Bull City Flavors, who are having a sale, I think, to the end of today for the new Flavora. So if you want 20% off Flavora, you can use Flavora 20. Or if it's not today and you just want an overall coupon, we also have a 6% off coupon, MIXINVIXENS. Thank you to E-cig Express. Thank you to Bull City Flavors, Flavora, just to make sure I got both of those. And thank you to Wayne Walker. You can check him out, DIY or Die, on YouTube. And he also has his own website with a lot of great information. And thank you to all the flavors.
And thank you, viewers. You guys are the bomb. Thank you for being here.
You're the real hero, people.
You guys are gorgeous.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Night.
Bye.